Okay, I'm Adam Simpson, and we're back here at ISTEC ELT Conference 2013. I'm delighted to be joined by Dee Dee Wilson. Thank you, Dee Dee, for
Nice to meet
joining
you.
us. I guess you've been to Turkey before?
Yes,
Yeah?
quite a few times.
Quite a few times,
Many,
okay.
many times, yeah.
What do you like about this country?
Ooh, it's very difficult to know where to start. I love the people. I love the food. I love the teachers. There's a wonderful enthusiasm working with people. Everybody's very keen. They grab things with both hands and run with it. And are really enthusiastic, and that is a wonderful thing if you are doing teacher development work with people. But I mean, I did a lot of work with people from Turkey before I actually came here,
Right.
as an ISELT moderator. We often had teachers who did the ISELT for Cambridge, and I looked at their materials and things from Bill Kent University and various things.
Oh, right,
They were
okay.
wonderful, wonderful reputation, and the standards are exceptionally good, and the teacher trainers are fantastic.
Very nice to hear that. I've been here 13 years myself, and
Yeah.
I share many of your feelings.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
How are you finding the conference? Are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it very much, yeah.
Have you been to the previous ISTEC conference?
I have, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Nice
yes,
venue.
there's a
and,
wonderful,
yeah,
wonderful
yeah.
atmosphere
Nice
here,
atmosphere.
and it's very well organised, and all the things I've already just said
Yeah.
of the teachers. Yeah,
You gave a session.
I
think.
did.
Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it was called Motivating Young Learners, Puppets and Pronunciation. It was a very short session, 45-minute session, and my aim was to actually give the teachers, the young learner teachers, some really good ideas of things that they could do in a variety of things which were very similar to what JJ was saying, but actually different practical ideas. But looking across the board at different types of skills as well, that involved integrated skills activities. So this something that was just plain listening, activities which were linked to that, to something which was introducing new language, but doing it in a way of looking at how we as young learners learn in a holistic way. Everything is visual, it's audio, it's kinesthetic. I used a Chinese proverb: I see, I know, I hear, I understand, I do, and I remember. And I link that to VAK, the visual, audio, and kinesthetic, and how, as young learner teachers, we really, really key into this and make learning holistic with variety, change of pace, all kinds of things. But something happens when we go to secondary school, and they say, we get pigeonholed into learning. Teacher speaks, students listen, and you don't have the same kind of thing at all.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show them that the activities we were going to do with young learners, they could do right the way across the board, right up to college.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, I teach 18-year-olds most of the time, 18, 19-year-olds, and I have to admit this isn't something I would have considered doing with students of that age.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just as applicable?
Absolutely. Everything. And some of them were saying, well, would you use puppets with older children or 18-year-olds or whatever? I think that depends. I wouldn't if I wasn't comfortable. If you're not comfortable with doing something, I would never suggest that you do it. But if you are comfortable with it, it's quite fun. And it depends on how you introduce it and do things with the students. But puppets for young learners are very, very effective because of the fact that they give them a lot of confidence. They can be someone else.
Yeah.
And by being someone else, they can... Well, pronunciation is something I was just telling one of the teachers. For example, we did a little dialogue which was looking at, very simply, contrasting, if you want to use grammatical expressions, auxiliary verbs, modal verbs, and we used can. So, and a dog, a cat, what can Barney do? He can swim. Can he swim? What can, he can swim. Can he? can he chase a football? You know, yes he can. And getting them to be able to put intonation into it. Come on, you've got to be interesting. What can Barney do? And they all felt embarrassed by that. But if they have their puppets, they can get behind the puppet, and the puppet can say, what can Barney do? And not be embarrassed about it.
Mm. Yeah. And I've seen you've got your own little desk kind of in the coffee area. And you've got people making puppets.
Yes.
Has that been popular?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's been ongoing and overwhelming, really. And the teachers came up with some brilliant ideas, so I'm going to show the camera this. This puppet here was one that was left behind. And I actually used that to sort of say this because of confidence. They don't like what they do, and as we get older, we believe we can't do things because we've been told we couldn't. But young learners don't feel like that. And this teacher left this lovely puppet behind, but when they left it behind, it only had the eyes and the mouth, and didn't like the eyes and the mouth. So it has evolved, and I think because of they put hair here and it didn't quite work the way they wanted it to work. So we looked at different things of how it could be useful here, like he's asleep now. What's his name? Somebody said Ziggy or whatever, you know. Okay, can you wake Ziggy up? Yes, we can wake Ziggy up. Okay, so what are you going to say? Wake up, Ziggy. Good morning. And so you have it, you know, little things looking at like that. And one of the other teachers came up with the idea of getting a coffee cup and putting the coffee cup in like that. And suddenly you have a totally different sort of perspective. So the creativity... They all came, and I ran out of socks very quickly. I ran out of all the wool. I ran out of everything. Yeah.
So it sounds like it's been a really nice way of sort of getting lots more input from the people who might not have the chance in sort of a normal workshop.
Yeah, and I think they all saw, too, how they could, by doing it and seeing how the enthusiasm amongst adults themselves, how they could use it with their students, and the students making them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for spending the time to talk to us today.
Okay.
Very interesting to hear about your ideas. Thank you so much.
Thank you.